very excited to make a return to a topic that was quite popular on my channel, and that was native Android gaming back on the original Retroid Pocket 3. Now with a triforce of T618 devices, the Anbernic RG505, Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, and Powkiddy X18S, I am ready to explore yet again what is available to us on the Google Play Store. Now if you remember, for one of the videos I went with a different angle and checked out games that were available on both the Nintendo Switch eShop and the Google Play Store. The most notable takeaway from that video was just how much cheaper the same games from the Nintendo eShop were available on the Play Store. So let's go for round 2 and wipe those tears away, because if you don't own a Switch, there's no need for dismay. I am Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, and let's check out 10 more premium Android experiences worth playing on your T618 Android device. Let's start off with the lightest game on this list, at least visually, and that is the hectic and fun to play Doorkickers Action Squad, and being modeled by the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. This game is an absolute blast and lends itself well to a pick up and play style for handhelds, complete with an addictive gameplay hook that will keep you trying a stage over and over again. Don't let the visuals fool you, this one is a blast and pretty challenging. The best part about this game is its cheap price of only $2.99 on the Google Play Store, and it's also available as part of the Play Pass subscription. Over in Nintendo Land, this same game is available for $14.99. Now, didn't I say I was going to save you some money? Next up, and similar in its addictive gameplay hook and pick up and play nature, Neon Chrome is a very retro-inspired top-down twin-stick shooter with a cool cyberpunk theme. To add to that, the game has a really slick soundtrack and just tons of replay value. The game comes to us from 10 Tons, and this studio will be featured again in this video since they are very consistent with the production of quality titles on mobile platforms. The game is being modeled here by the Anbernic RG505, and I believe it is the first time I've shown actual gameplay on this device. There will be an in-depth video for the specific device coming up shortly on my channel, so keep those notifications checked off. By the way, the direct feed footage was captured right on the device since the RG505 does not have any HDMI out functionality. Now back to Neon Chrome. The game is well worth a pickup for your handheld and is certain to keep you hooked. This game is available on the Google Play Store for $6.99 or for more than double the price over on the Nintendo eShop. Easily one of the more notable ports to Android, and a game that has been featured in different ways on my channel, Streets of Rage 4 probably doesn't need much of an introduction. Simply put, this is how you bring back a dormant franchise and introduce just enough modern elements to satisfy both retro and modern gamers. Streets of Rage 4 just screams quality, the art style is fantastic, and the Android version now has multiplayer, which makes this version as good as its console counterparts. You probably have guessed it by now, but this one is only $8.99 on the Play Store, whereas it is $24.99 over on the Nintendo eShop, making it nearly 3 times the price. Here's another top-down game, but definitely very different in style and gameplay. Dysmantle is a survival action game set in a post-apocalyptic world. This one comes to us from 10 Tons, and you can see that it's quite different from the other 10 Tons game I featured, Neon Chrome. I find this one quite relaxing despite the fact that the world is inhabited by zombie-like creatures. The whole survival aspect is pretty fun and actually well done. Overall, it's a very solid single-player experience, so if you're looking for something to sink your teeth into, this is a pretty solid choice. Dysmantle is available on the Play Store for $9.99 or over on the eShop for $19.99 regularly, but is on sale for a limited time for $9.99. Another twin-stick shooter game, and yes, you guessed it, this is another one from 10 Tons. In terms of its premise, this is about as random as it gets, with horror author H.P. Lovecraft colliding with inventor Nikola Tesla in a game that finds Lovecraft getting possessed by Cthulhu and stealing all of Tesla's inventions. So naturally, you're gonna kick some butt with science and play as Tesla and fight some baddies with all sorts of cool weapons and other interesting mechanics. This game is straight up a blast, and for fans of twin-stick shooters, you can't go wrong with this one. Tesla vs. Lovecraft is available on the Google Play Store for $9.99 or part of the Play Pass subscription. Over on the Nintendo Switch, it is available for $14.99. Cool, another survival type game coming to us from 10 Tons. Nope, just kidding. This one is actually by Canadian indie developer Clay Entertainment, and Don't Starve is quite the indie darling. The game certainly has been around for a bit, with its first release way back on PC in 2013. It's found its way to numerous platforms, and of course, one of them being Android. Don't Starve kind of harkens back to the older style games in that it doesn't really hold your hand, it kind of drops you off in the middle of this world to figure out and explore for yourself. I really love the complete package presented here, from the visual style, which is inspired by Tim Burton, and the survival-focused gameplay design. It's probably not going to be for everyone, but if you're intrigued, definitely try it out. This one is only $4.99 on the Play Store, or a whopping $19.99 on the Nintendo Switch. Next up is one that really has been along for a long time in the gaming world, first seeing release as an original Xbox exclusive way back in 2005. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath is the fourth entry in the Oddworld franchise, and when first released was really a standout among many other games at the time. Unfortunately, sales were terrible for it, but strange enough, no pun intended, the game has seen a very long run of ports to many, and I mean many platforms. The game can certainly feel dated today, but it's still worth a playthrough, especially for fans of the Oddworld franchise. This game is played in both third and first person perspectives with a combination of all sorts of gameplay styles. Stranger's Wrath is available for a minuscule $2.99 on the Play Store, or a very not minuscule $29.99 over on the eShop. Nintendo fans might want to opt for the Oddworld collection on cartridge instead.
These guys are way each other.
Here comes another console staple, especially on the PlayStation consoles. Disgaea is definitely another long-running franchise, with Disgaea 4 now receiving a very quiet, and emphasis on the quiet part, release for Android. Seriously, Google needs to figure out how to promote these titles on the Play Store better because frankly, Disgaea 4 is a fairly well-known franchise to the hardcore gamer crowd and for fans of strategy RPGs. This is a fairly competent port with decent controller support and the visuals look fantastic here. It has a lot of the gameplay elements the franchise is known for, including the silly characters and fantastic voice acting. This is definitely going to be one of the pricier titles in this video, coming in at $32.99 on the Play Store, but on the Nintendo eShop this one is available for $49.99. Now, Alien Isolation is a great example of a AAA port done right and shows that the Play Store certainly can make AAA gaming successful. I really wish we would get more ports of this nature for Android, and it's a shame that Google doesn't know what to do with Play Store in terms of marketing or supporting developers to make more of these ports happen. I've definitely featured this game before on a similar lower powered device, the Win600, and you can probably see that for these T618 devices, Alien Isolation is definitely pushing the limits, and gameplay does hover in the mid-20s, sometimes hitting 30 frames per second. However, I found the game to still be pretty playable. It's definitely an older AAA game, but the fact that this one is running on something like a Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, for example, is kind of cool to see. Anyways, this game is available on the Play Store for $10.99 or $19.99 on the Nintendo eShop. Finally, the last game in this video, and another heavy hitter from the consoles, Life is Strange received a very solid port to the Android platform. If you're unfamiliar, Life is Strange is an interactive and completely story-driven game with a focus on character development, complete with fantastic voice acting. The game is presented in episodic nature similar to Telltale games, which also was quite popular around the time Life is Strange was released. The first episode is actually available for free to play on the Play Store, so if you're looking for something to try out, you might as well give it a shot. The rest of the episodes 2 through 5 is available for purchase for $8.99. By the way, Life is Strange Before the Storm is also available on Android. Over on Nintendo Switch, the game is available as part of the Arcadia Bay collection for $39.99 and is also on sale right now for $29.99.
Driving a car by the seaside.
Good. Nobody can see my meltdown, except for me.
So with that, I hope that you'll find some interesting games to explore over on Android. I think once again, the same conclusion can be made that the Play Store offers a nice value for those looking to save some money or just enjoy titles that are available on other platforms. For the retro handhelds, this is another great addition to the already vast library accessible through emulation. It really does help expand the capabilities of devices like the RG505 and Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, and with the more powerful Unisoc T618, we are able to play some heavier games on these devices. But our exploration of native Android gaming is far from over, and there will be even more videos exploring this. In the meantime, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I am the Retro Tech Dad, and I thank you so much for watching.